Fighting state inspection sticker fraud and saving some taxpayer money, just a couple of the reasons Texas is getting rid of the sticker part altogether. Inspections, though, will still be required, but starting next March, the sticker will not be. Inspection and registration will be combined into just one sticker. The Texas Department of Motor Vehicles calls the transition the Texas two-step. 2 steps, 1 sticker. Drivers have 90 days before their registration expires to get a state inspection, and they also have to show proof of it to get a car registered.
State Senator Kelly Hancock of North Richland Hills is on the State Transportation Committee that came up with the plan. Senator Hancock, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. All
right, so I read on the DMV's website that this lack of a sticker will make it more aesthetically pleasing to drivers. I'm going to guess that's not your main motivation for coming up with this plan. So what was the main motivator here, you think?
Well, simplicity for really taxpayers and for those going through it, and utilizing technology that we have today. You know, in years past, we really didn't have the cloud. And so people don't think about it, but in this inspection sticker and then, your registration sticker, well, it communicates with the department, our environmental quality department, because to show that you've passed the emissions test. It communicates with DPS as well. And then, of course, the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, so DMV. So you have 3 different agencies that previously operated very separately and in silos. Well, with technology coming out, we now have the ability through a cloud for each of these agencies to communicate together. And so rather than having 2 different stickers, we're now able to communicate from the inspection station where that takes place onto a cloud up to all of the agencies that now then when you go in for the registration, they can go in and see that you've had that inspection, it's taken place, you've passed, and pull that information off the computer and therefore issue you your
registration sticker. And it's all synced, and so you still need to get an inspection.
You still have to get, Heather, you still have to get an inspection.
Heather was asking about that. And then you need to get registration. Are the deadlines maybe the confusing thing? I mean, how if my registration, and the thing, it would be nice if we keep those in sync, but a lot of times they end up being out of sync. So if my registration is up like next month, there's no real change. I got to go get it inspected, and I got to go get a registration sticker.
Correct. This doesn't really take place until March of 15, and really for the first year, you're given a grace period. So if your car or your vehicle is within inspection, even if it's due the next month, if it's within inspection, you can go and get your registration.
Okay, so if I guess the big number first is if your number is 3 of 15 or later, you're going to be in the umbrella.
You'll be in that window.
That's for the registration. But if my registration is 3/15 and my inspection expires 5/15, I don't need to do anything about the inspection. I just get it registered and it carries over.
Correct. You're going to be fine. And so then the following year, you will need to, within a 90-day period of when your registration comes up again, within a 90-day window, you'll need to actually come up and within that 90 days have the inspection. That information will go into a computer, into a cloud-based server that will provide that information to the Department of Motor Vehicles so that when they go to issue your registration, they can see that you took care of it.
Fast an inspection. Okay, so there has been talk about fraud. We should, part of Becky Oliver's investigation. And this won't really, if somebody wants to plug in a good car with the emissions test for your car, that doesn't stop this. But this does, in fact, stop people from maybe stealing stickers and selling them black market. That'll do away with the sticker fraud.
Correct. And it may sound silly, but just simply the savings on paperwork alone is going to save the state $2.1 million. And you don't think about it, but we have a lot of drivers. And there's a lot of stickers that get printed. And by eliminating that one sticker, it will save the state $2.1 million.
And so now I know there appears to be a campaign to spread the word and make people feel okay about this. The sky isn't going to fall. Everybody's going to be okay.
Well, anytime you do change, we really want to err on the side of the taxpayers. Right. And so that's why we gave that really a 11-month grace period, that it's not going to hit you immediately. It is a change, but I think consumers, customers, they really are customers for the state, will find it much more convenient and an easier process. Now you've got one date, you've got one time, you've really got one sticker to worry about.
And we can still do it online. If you get it inspected, then that's up on the cloud, like you said.
Absolutely.
I can go to my computer at home and register online, and they'll send it to me just like you.
Great question, because the question is, well, what do I do? Do I need to take my paperwork in? You can still do everything online because that is there. Now, I would recommend right? Anytime you switch, especially with technology, keep your paperwork. When you get your inspection, let's keep that paperwork, keep it in your glove compartment, because when you go, you may need to show that proof of paperwork. And when you do, the agency will immediately be able to update the records within the computers.
We got to go, so I just want to quick. You're on the Transportation Committee. Do you keep your eye on this high-speed rail talk going on?
There's a lot of high-speed rail talk
there
going
is.
on, and
we'll
watch as it gets closer.
Yeah.
As it gets going. That's local issues right now, and I think at some point the state's going to be asked to get involved, and we'll take a look at it then.
State Senator Kelly Hancock, thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you much.